Hi, you are joining me live from the car. How fun! So I've always had a little car mount, but it fell off and the adhesive stopped working. So I've been without one for a while and I've hated it because I always have like the best, clearest, most beautiful downloads that come to me while I'm driving. And instead of trying to remember what it was that came to me, I like the ability to just record in real time as it's coming through to me, because that is the best way, right? Anyways, also, this is why I do my back road drives. If you're new here, hi, my name is Alyssa Simpson. I'm a mindset and manifestation coach, helping women become fluent in their power. And back road drives are something that I do weekly. Honestly, sometimes even more than just once a week, because driving is where I really can connect to source, and being on the back roads, I'm able to really just, immerse myself in nature, but in a fun way where I can listen to my music and drink my coffee, without getting bit by bugs or sweating to death in this summer heat. Now, it's interesting to me, this download that has come to me, because I am in the middle of a rebirth. I'm in the middle of a new season. I'm in the middle of really just kind of reclaiming who I am as a coach and as a mentor. And with all that being said, it has allowed me to take a step back from the coaching and mentor space to really see it through a different lens, because we're all different, we're all unique, but I am different and unique in the sense that I really am unlike a lot of coaches and mentors. And I have worked with many of coaches and mentors personally as a mentee, and I've worked with a lot of coaches and mentors that are my clients as well. And I've just seen the industry for what it is, which is great. It's a beautiful industry. I will never talk shit about the industry that I am also a part of, but in the same breath, I am very dedicated to opening up the door for more coaches and mentors to really claim their own authenticity in this space and really let their own freak flag fly in their business, because you started a business and you have a heart to lead and serve for a reason, right? And a lot of it is because that's your purpose here, but you cannot live that purpose if you're trying to fit into a box that society created, because society did create the coaching and mentor world. Society did create the rules that a lot of coaches and mentors follow, and guess what? Those rules are man-made, so they are not universal. So they do not actually equal abundance and magnetism and all the things that it is that you are wanting to have. Now, also, something that I'm seeing a lot of, and it's always been here, I'm just noticing it more, is a lot of coaches and mentors like to talk about how they used to be a certain way in their coaching and mentor business. Do you know what I mean? It's like, back when I first started coaching, I was really struggling with blah, 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 but I kept a good face on about it, or I didn't let others know what I was really struggling with, or like all of these things. And basically what they're admitting to is lying to their audience and lying within their marketing by saying that they were these gurus, but really they were navigating some really heavy shit. And I'm not saying you can't still be a guru and navigate heavy shit, but the heavy shit that it is you're navigating is also the thing that you are trying to coach and mentor on. That is so, to me, ethically wrong. You have tons of people who are sitting here telling you in the coaching and mentor world how to be, how to do, how to show up, how to serve, how to lead, when they haven't even mastered those things themselves, and this is why, we want to talk about imposter syndrome. There's coaches and mentors that say they struggle with imposter syndrome, and maybe it's because they're trying to be something that they're not. Maybe because they're trying to coach and mentor on something that they're not. And what they're coaching and mentoring on is something that they think that people need help with, which, sure, that could be very true. There are people that need help with that specific thing. Let's say mindset and manifestation, right? Maybe someone has it in their mind that they want to become a mindset and manifestation mentor because they know people love mindset and manifestation. But there's people like out there that are coaching and mentoring farmers. There's people that are out there coaching and mentoring basketball coaches. There's a fucking coach and mentor for everything. It's just, what are you mastering, right? As a mindset and manifestation coach myself, I am not going to mentor on things that I have not, number one, gone through and overcome and achieved myself. And number two, that I am not well versed in. I would be doing a huge disservice to people if I was trying to mentor on psychic abilities in the metaphysical world, because I haven't mastered that. That is not what I'm well versed in. I'm not going to mentor people on navigating, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head, but I can't. That's as far as I got. I'm not going to mentor on things that I don't personally have knowledge on, because that's not ethically correct. And if you're going to be a mentor or a coach, you better be the fucking best in the biz. And you become the best in the biz by mastering the thing that it is that you are wanting to mentor others on. Something that I do love to mentor and coach on is helping women connect back to their intuition. Because when you have a solid intuition, when you have a strong intuition, you don't fall for these silly marketing things. You don't fall for the shiny object syndrome, because initially your gut is like, that's not for us. And there is a difference between your intuition and your anxiety and your inner critic. Okay. Your intuition is a slow, soft, subtle nudge. Anxiety and inner critic are very loud and aggressive. And knowing the difference is everything. Knowing the difference is absolutely everything. And I'm not talking about intuition like you hear this big, loud, booming voice say, yes, do that thing, or no, don't do that thing. It's seriously just like, it's different for everyone. For me, I always feel it in my gut. Always, 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 always. And a lot of people feel it in their gut. That's why it's called a gut instinct, because you feel it in your gut. And if you have ever felt something in your gut and ignored it, and then after the fact, whenever you ignored it and did the other thing, and you're like, damn, I should have listened to my gut. That same feeling that you got, that's the feeling that you need to really hone in on and master. Because at the end of the day, every single fucking one of us has a magic 8-ball inside of you that can literally tell you if something is in alignment for you or not in alignment for you. And that's another thing. I do see a lot of coaches out here in the specific coaching industry that I'm in, and they talk about being an alignment coach, but they are out of alignment themselves. And how do you spot that? You master the art of discernment. And when you master the art of discernment, you naturally become a master manifester, because you are able to discern what is meant for you and what is not meant for you. You're able to discern what is actually in alignment for you and what is not in alignment for you. You are able to discern what is going to be the thing that propels you into your most abundant and beautiful life, and the thing that's going to hold you the fuck back. I have to pause this real quick because I'm getting my car washed, and I just have to say, I do not like sitting in my car having it washed. It gives me so much fucking anxiety. Help! So with all that being said, if you are in the coaching industry, this message is for you. Stop trying to be everything for everyone. Have a good moral compass and actually mentor people on things that you have overcome and accomplished and are well versed in, and have the balls to say, you know what, I'm not well versed in this and I don't feel comfortable coaching and mentoring you on this because I want to be able to serve you best. The law of compensation and the law of generosity are going to be your best fucking friends in any type of entrepreneurship avenue you take. If you are leading from a heart of generosity and a heart of wanting to do the absolute best for the people you are to serve, you will always be rewarded. But if you are trying to cheat the system by taking on anyone and everyone, even though you might not feel your own discernment and ability of being able to serve them. Now, there is a difference though between your inner critic saying you're not good enough, than you really actually being like, I actually don't know how to serve this person. And that's okay. Knowing the difference is key here. But also being able to say, hey, this is out of my scope. I'm unable to help you with this. When you can lead with service and when you can lead with heart, the law of compensation comes into play. And also the law of generosity states that when you are of service and giving to others, you always do without expecting something in return, right? You're leading from your heart. You're leading with your purpose. You're leading from your service-led abilities. And that's enough. You don't have to do more or be more than what you already are, right? Because then we come into the whole conversation of attracting unaligned clients and attracting an unaligned business. And you started your business at the end of the day to have the freedom, to have the alignment, to have all the things that it is you're trying to create. And you simply cannot do that if you aren't operating from integrity and a good moral and ethical compass. Okay? Since I am, rebirthing myself, like I said earlier, I'm taking it very serious about how I play a part in the coaching industry. I'm not only leading a movement of women becoming fluent in their power, but I'm also leading a movement of the new standard for coaches and for mentors. I have heard so many people say that they've been burned by coaches or mentors, and it's because these coaches and mentors that they're being burned by are really fucking good at marketing, but they're not really good at serving and leading. It is what it is, And if you have a heart to serve people, you can serve people without being a coach or a mentor, It's all about radical honesty and taking radical responsibility for what role you play in it, And I don't even like being looped into the rest of the coaching industry because I feel so much different and so much more elevated than a lot of these coaches. And that's not saying like I'm better than anyone, but it's just like I've been through so much shit. I have dealt with so much shit in my life. I've overcome a lot of trials in my 31 short years of life that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I am to the point now where like, if you think I sound like I'm talking like I'm better than you, if you feel like I think I'm better than you, it's probably because I have a little bit of sense of I might be better than you because I just have lived more life than a lot of people, It doesn't mean I'm better. It's just I'm more experienced. I have more knowledge. I have more wisdom. I have more to give because I have overcome so many things in my life. Not to say that every coach and mentor needs to like walk through hell and overcome it, but like I want, if I'm going to be in an airplane and my plane is going to be going down, I want Captain Sully as my pilot. I want someone who's been through the shit to lead me. I've been through the shit, and that's why I'm such a great mentor and coach. Some of these coaches and mentors, they just have an idea. They want to help people, but they don't have the capacity to help because they haven't themselves helped themselves, There's a lot of inner work that goes into coaching and mentorship that people just don't talk about, and it needs to be talked about because it's an important conversation to have. Okay? If you haven't already checked out my membership, check out the link in the show notes to get into the membership. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm dropping nuggets of wisdom like this on the daily. And now that I have my car mount back, we're going to do lots more car series. Okay? They're so much fun. I can't always promise that I will be doing a car wash, though. That was a once in a lifetime thing. You got to see the real raw nervousness of it. I don't like car washes, y'all. Like, they're great. I like to have my car washed. It makes me feel good, but I don't like the process of it. I don't like the process. Okay? See you next time. Bye.